How do you get the shards to appear in the deck names? You use brackets. Oh, geez. I'm on the Frostring battle board. I need to put a different battle board. This deck is not very Frostring. It's a flavor fail. What a flavor fail. This deck's not very cool. This is probably like a castle battle board deck. Oh, I could use my wizard battle board. All right. This deck also just like has Howling Brave into turn 2 spell shield Rune or Hierophant, so like we get free wins that way too. Century of Nolzan, interesting. Might be too casual. We need our battle boards to be on theme, darn it. Let's see if they have an MC here. They don't have an MC, we're gonna be a pretty good spot. Sweet. Alright, so we just get to go Shard into Surging Wildfire here and attack with both. Just aggro them out. Yeah, no play there is super good for us. Every time this hits my opponent, I get a 3/3 Rhino with Crush. So, yeah, no blocker there. It's pretty bad for them. Yeah, you get an Underworld Crusader. Probably too little too late. If we draw a Shard here, they're very dead. If we don't draw a Shard, we might have a game, kinda. Hey, oh, jeez, it's a Ruby too, so we can make a Valor. So we play this, and then we activate this, and then we Valor this, shoot that, and then we get to Champ Power the Surging Wildfire. This was, what a great first game to show just like the power of the curve that this deck can put out. Just like, again, we didn't even draw Titania's Majesty and just like had this nutso curve and destroyed them. That's one of the reasons why I really like this deck. Like, the backup plan in this deck is so good. Just like this Ruby Wild aggro beatdown deck. Croc seems great. Pyre Strike seem fine. Heart of Embers probably isn't too stellar. We trim an Arborean Rootfather. Turn 4 wins a little slow, right? Yeah, I love Surging Wildfire. Draft Bomb, now Immortal staple. What's going on, Hacky? Oh, Batman. Oh, this hand doesn't have an elf in it, right? Yep, so Feralroot Acorn doesn't make a threshold right now. Hand's pretty good. Turn 4 Croc. We actually get to go turn 2 Pyre Strike too, right? Majesty's good. Majesty's good. More than good. It's great. Alright, so we're getting MC'd here. No. They have an MC post-combat with the sack gem in it. That'll be tough for us to beat from here. Yeah, Hop Hero seems real good with Dreadlings. Lackey, sure. Am I just Pyre Striking this? I'm gonna take the hit here. And then, if they play a Crusader, if they don't play a Crusader, I'm gonna Pyre Strike this, I think. God, that's rude. Yeah, I'm gonna Pyre Strike this, because otherwise I could possibly get out of hand. This is a good line on their part, killing my Brave, because I didn't really do anything this turn, which I'm probably not gonna do anything next turn either. And we've been live for longer. We've been playing Hex for 2 hours and 20 minutes. We were playing Magic before that, but OBS crashed, so the uptime is broken up here. That was a good hit. Means we'll be able to make a threshold from that. So next turn we'll be able to play Heart of Embers and then hopefully Croc or Majesty the following turn. Croc's still pretty good in these mid-range matchups. It's been a while since there's been a good Croc deck in Standard. Actually, not that I'm complaining. Am I just like playing Wildfire and like going beep beep? I'm gonna play Heart out. I think I'd rather bait removal with this. Oh. Alright, I mean, if we get a non-slow shard, we get to Croc them next turn. The other board. Another Surging Wildfire, that's fine. I'm not going to Chant Power the Surging Wildfire, because I would like to save that for a turn when they have a blocker. They have a blocker that can kill the Wildfire, excuse me. Oh, that's a Speed Crusader. Okay. Huh. Oh, good call, Immortal. But then, like, I'd have a 5/6 though, which is still fine. But you're right, they definitely could have done that. Yep, we're putting this on the 2-turn clock. That's smart. Shard. I'm just like doing this and then playing this, I think, and passing. Am I just attacking with this? Like just putting myself dead to removal? This hits for 8? Yeah, actually. Yeah, let's just make them have it. A lot of the removals like gruesome deed anyways, right? Did do another Speed Crusader, I guess. God bless America, my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Do 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 do, do 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 do. Hand's great, deck's great, life's great, hex is great. Let's get ready to howl! Alright, so next turn we get to go Lithe into Howling Brave, and the following turn we just shove this here Surging Wildfire down their throat. Don't play your Mana Dork, don't play your Mana Dork, don't play your Mana Dork. Dang it, Bobby! Majesty, Majesty! Alright, so our hand's a little flooded. Dude, you have a Crusader. Tunneling, sure. So it's probably a monsoon. We don't have a second ruby currently. That's sad. We're going to play out our guys pre-combat, get that sweet auto pass value in. Hit our opponent for 4 here. That's fine. We're gonna hit a Titania's Majesty and we're gonna kill them. We've had 2 really close games, one of which we won, and I'm blocking here because I don't want to get gruesome deeded. This feels like they're trying to get a free point in and I'm not giving it to them. Sure. That was much worse than drawing a resource because now I can't attack with the Surging Wildfire. We are playing Mightsingers. We have 4 of them. In fact, if you look at the deck list on the side of the screen, that's a dark heart. That's an AA dark heart. I was like, what is that? Or the clock. Though our window for doing something relevant here is closing very quickly. Let's flood it out a little bit here. Also having some threshold problems. Like if we'd have been able to play this last turn, we'd have been able to Valor this, shoot this, and attack in. Yeah, I'm just gonna get to the next one here. Remember, winning things is about efficiency, especially in that Immortal queue where, like, you don't get penalized at all for losing, so don't try and squeak them out. Let's move on to the next one. The Lyricist can attack, and they let you play Feralroot Acorn, which deck definitely needs / wants the fixing. Like here, these are Chlorophyllias. This hand doesn't have a ruby shard. Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna ship with this Outlaw. Llama Herder gets out of control pretty quick, so I think he's pretty obligated to block this. Could have removal, I guess. Alright, play this Rune here out, I guess. I don't know why I used the champ power there. Seems like a waste. No blocker is odd. I think I'm leaving the Surging Wildfire on defense, actually. Yeah, definitely the Brilliant Tactician deck. Believe it or not, the Brilliant Tactician deck tends to be really bad when it doesn't draw Brilliant Tactician. Okay, that's kind of scary. If he hadn't used his champion power on the turn he did, he'd probably be in a really good spot here. Can I kill him? God, I hope so. I don't know that we actually can, but we're gonna find out. Oh, I can just kill the Brilliant Tactician now? He said one time, no Croc. Wish granted. He can save it, sure. How much damage is he taking here? So if I champ power here, this is going to be 12. It's exactly 20, right? This is 12 and 8? Okay, yep, deal. All the old exact sees you from 20. Alright, probably want Carns and Croc and Burns in this matchup. Probably actually want to just like trim some of my top end, right? And then cut down on some Majesties. Do like a Ruby Wild kind of mid-range deck. Sounds great. I hear you. You're loud. I love you and I hear you, but you are loud. Kill my first accelerant, play my second accelerant. It's kind of sad we don't get to turn 2 Rune here, but you know. How do eggs work with drown shrine? He boarded into a control deck? I feel like it feels like he's boarded into a control deck. I'm gonna play my spell shield rune here. I feel like Ace is very dead here. Oh, no, we don't need the threshold even. So yeah, I'm just gonna champ power this and then smash. So I played Feralroot Acorn, I crocked their guys. What did you keep, AC Poo? Alright, got ourselves a ticket. Anyone else? Smashy, smashy. Wildfire Majesty. Why did you use your champion power on like turn 3 or 4, Ace? You probably would have killed me the Tactician turn if you had a champ activation. I won't complain about a ticket. I need some tickets. I need me some tickets. We've only got 9 of them so far. I've got more VIP tickets than I do Hex Primal tickets right now. Yeah, like, you weren't very dead on board, and, like, you make a llama again next turn, so, like, you just, like, made a llama a turn sooner, so you didn't really do anything. Llama, llama, it's a very funny llama, farmer, llama, duck. I lived in a treehouse, I lived in a cake, but I never saw the way the orange led the rig. Yeah, seems super reasonable. Opponent's playing Madam Banana, which is generally a, hideous conversion combo deck. This curve is very good. We've got Outlaw into Rune into Wildfire into Majesty, so hopefully we just draw some shards here. Ooh, that's really good against our Outlaw. I'm just gonna put this out and not attack, just like keep it on the board. There's the hideous conversion. So this is the card the combo deck's based around. They sacrifice a troop to gain a temporary resource. So our opponent could combo us as early as next turn. I'm going to attack here just because killing the front half of this gives them one less resource since they have conversion in play. Probably going to make that trade at some point. Might as well make it now and cut them off a resource for next turn. Inquisition, dealer's choice here. I hate Eye of Creation. It's such a crappy Hex card. Hex. Spell Shield Runeers are real good. You're not wrong. I'm going to play the second Runeer out, which powers up my first one. And then I'm going to champ power this Runeer so it can attack through these 2 dorks and then make a Rhino. I would much rather have the best card with double damage out of my top 5 than flip random cards over. Am I dead? So this card's sweet. So it's a really powerful card with Titania's Majesty, and we can pay 2 resources and put this from our hand into our deck to draw a new card. Perfect. So we get to play Majesty out next turn then. I'm going to go ahead and play my Righteous Outlaw and then crack with the squad here. Again, even if this just trades, it's taking resources off my opponent's board effectively. And again, like, Opponent's is playing a combo deck that can be fast, but we just got a very real clock here, so they need to combo ASAP. Their fair backup plan is pales in comparison to our beatdown plan. How are we blocking here? Not planning to play more Magic today at this point. Hey, Britt. What's going on? So they're at 1 here. They have only 1 troop in their crypt, so I think we should be safe from their combo. I'm pretty sure that involves having to scrounge the Death Seeker. I'm actually not super familiar with the Hideous Conversion deck. We should probably play it at some point so I can get more familiar with it. That being said, Burn and Nature's Reigns are cards we want to bring in here. This can destroy the constant, and they do need to target a troop with their champion power in order to go off, so Burn can interrupt that. Crocosaur is, like, okay against their fair backup plan, but, like, I feel like we're just, like, on the beatdown a lot of the time. Maybe Heart of Embers is kind of clunky in this matchup. I can see that being true. Maybe trim 2 of those and 2 of the Crocs. I don't hate that. Oh, Righteous Outlaw is pretty mediocre, right? Just because, like, it gets blocked by all their stuff. Put these Crocs back in. Put a Heart back in. Maybe I put in the 3rd Rootfather, so my Majesties are more powerful on average. Let's put Speed and plus power in this. I think I like that. Yeah, I basically have a 4x set or more of everything, JW. Hex is cheap enough that that's feasible. And then, like, we've got 2 and 3 playsets of some things, because, like, my wife has an account, too. And we share cards. I don't think Carnasaurs are good enough. The fact that they're not quick makes them kind of mediocre interaction, I think. This hand is great. We have Howling Brave on 1, into Rune Hierophant on 2, into Surging Wildfire on 3. Just, like, super powerful here. Even if they cheap shot this, we have, like, Lithe Lyricist on 2 still, so... I really like this configuration a lot. When I first saw Neo's build out of the first event, I was pretty excited to give it a try, because, like, the other more all-in on, like, the bigger ramp, like, Walking Calamity Majesty decks, they're kind of clunky, and this deck's definitely super smooth. Like, we haven't cast a single Majesty yet, right? We're still just, like, winning plenty of games of Hex. Sure. Okay. I think I'm just going dude here, and then we'll play the Wildfire next turn, because every time I play a troop, this gets bigger. Mightsinger says whenever we gain a wild threshold, it's the top card of our next troop, we draw it. So let's see. It's another Surging Wildfire. Sign me up. At the start of our turn, if we have 5 wild thresholds, this gets bigger. Just like card advantage and a game ender. I'm gonna go ahead and just ship with this. This lets my opponent draw a card with this. Maybe I'm supposed to actually hold up the Nature's Reigns. My opponent could very reasonably combo us next turn. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to hold this up, actually. Let's see if they have it to kill us. Doesn't look like it. Sweet. Well, now that they don't have it, I'm just going to go ahead and jam. Alright, let's play Surging Wildfire here. Oh, and I can technically hold it up because of Lithe Lyricist. That's great. Am I just champ powering the Rune here? Yeah, I'm just going to champ power the Rune so it gains Crush. Because when this hits my opponent, I get a Rhino. Let's attack with all of these. Yep. I'm probably dead next turn. And we have interaction to hold up here, so... Oh, that's neat. This says whenever a troop leaves your crypt, this gets bigger. Huh. Oh, that's pretty good. This lets them draw a card for each of their troops that died that turn, so they draw 2. Oh. Can you live, opponent? They don't know about the second Surging Wildfire in our hand, but it's going to come down and offer... We've got 5 points of direct damage with that. And then this crushes, and this crushes. Wicked Web Spawn, sure. Crocosaur, is that lethal? I gotta make sure this is lethal, because if it's not lethal, they could kill us on the back. They could kill us next turn with the combo. So if I croc and eat these two, or probably eat these two, right? Then they block the Rune, they block the Surging Wildfire, they block this, they take 3, 4, 5, they block this, this, and this. They take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah. Hopefully my opponent doesn't think I'm slow rolling them. I just actually wanted to make sure we counted that. The trigger from the Surging Wildfire makes this attack lethal. And this attacks, it deals damage equal to its power to the opposing champion, and it gets bigger. It's weird, all my limited decks with 4 Surging Wildfires in them are great, so are my constructed decks. Got him. Sweet. Racking up them Immortal tickets. Remember, you need... So, for those of you that aren't familiar with how this works, the Immortal queue awards you... It's free to play in, and it awards you a ticket when you win a match for the Hex Primal Immortal Championship. And you need 20 tickets to enter that championship. Willie playing Cressida. Okay. This might be my last match for the day. I need to get some writing done. I started streaming earlier today, so I didn't get a chance to get it done this morning. I've been doing Hex for about 3 hours. Yeah, it's about as long as I normally go. Probably wrap it up after this match. Oh. This hand's a good example of like a trap hand. We've got a lot of 1s and 2s in our deck, so you probably shouldn't keep hands that don't do anything till turn 4. This hand is much better, 2 into 3. Good game, show. Yeah, right? Opponent's got a Howling Brave of their own. Their champion starts with 17 life and can accelerate them. Another Righteous Outlaw, sign me up. Ruby Wildmere. Acolyte Shoku, sure. Probably get in their free point here. Yep. The Acolyte Shoku gets to block the Righteous Outlaw, but then this is going to get to trigger Diligence next turn. That being said, like, this could be a different Majesty build. Yep. Worth noting, my opponent's deck did have 75 cards in it to start, which I thought would mean it was going to be more casual, but they've, like, played 2 real cards for the first 2 turns of the game, so I'm not quite sure. So next turn we'll get to transform this and probably shoot down the Howling Brave. See what their play is here. They have up to 6 resources with their champion activation here. They could play something big and scary that we just can't deal with. Oh, alright, deal. I think I need to just kill their Howling Brave so they can't get too far ahead here. This isn't making headway on pressuring their life total, but I think this is what I need to be doing here, so they don't do anything too big and scary. Next turn I have a champion power up. One of the things I really like about this Grandfather Elk build of Majesty too is that has a higher starting life total than the cross up. Plus you have a champion power that kind of does something too. Lots on Lyrist versus Acolyte. We're playing Feralroot Acorn, so we need the elf type on the Lyrist. I wonder if they have something scary with Scrounge. Unleash the Beast or some sort of assault card. I suppose Lasgard's Vengeance is a possibility here, right? Actually, if they have Lasgard's Vengeance, I probably should champ power my Rune this turn. Nope, it's getting through and we're making a Rhino. Okay, deal. Yes, reverting a card will remove counters from Treacherous Pass. It turns the card into its base state. Removes damage from troops and removes counters from cards. It's a bug, Marty. Want to play a 5/5? Sure. Opponent is about to die to our Righteous Outlaw here. It's actually the first time we've gotten to champ power the Scarlet Swordsman. So Scarlet Swordsman, when it attacks the first time, deals damage equal to its power to my opponent and one of their troops. So this thing is going to deal 5 to my opponent and 5 to their Smashadon here. They will be very dead. And this is one of the things, like, I really hope, I posted a suggestion on the forums that maybe they should consider bringing back the Gauntlet format for the Immortal queue. Like, someone with a 75 card deck with the bronze rank, like, ending up in the Immortal queue and playing against a deck like what I'm playing, like basically, you know, a fully powered Immortal deck, like, that's not a good new player experience. The fact that it says unranked kind of makes it feel like it's something that you should be playing when you're not quite sure what you're doing. Like, in reality, my opponent would be better off playing their pile of 75 cards, assuming their cards are standard legal, in the constructed ranked queue, because that way their opponent's decks are actually less powerful on average. Like, it would give people a reason to play Immortal even when they can't play in the tournament, so yeah, like, I think we need a way to grind value in Constructed, and I don't think adding a standard Gauntlet is a good idea, because splitting the ladder is bad, and just, like, a Gauntlet doesn't exist very well next to a paid queue, but, like, if you have to pay some kind of small entry fee to play Immortal, it sends a message like, hey, you should probably realize what's going on here. Yeah, that's true. They did have Howling Brave, so their deck isn't standard legal. That's a good point. I think there's a lot of people that are getting the free starter cards and seeing like, oh, this isn't legal in the ranked queue, but it's legal in this unranked Immortal queue, and I can technically get a ticket here, so, like, it's just, like, not a good play experience for them or me. That's even worse, Marty, because that person in that Modern League paid, you know, $8 to play in that league with that deck. And it doesn't need to be a big fee. Like, it could even be something like, I don't know, 200 or 300 platinum, something small, and, like, you get a pack at 3 wins and you get 2 extra packs at 5 wins or something like that. Just, like, some amount to make people consider what they're doing. I'm gonna play the Lyrist here, so that way next turn I can go slow Shard into Rune here. I'm not sure, Ryvik. And what if people had already created accounts and they're coming back to the game from, like, existing previously? Sure, you could even just do identically the old payout. Like, yep, like, I'd be fine with that too. I'm just saying, like, if someone's arguing they don't want to like $5 to play a gauntlet, I could see that being a turnoff for some people. But I mean, like, honestly, if people don't want to spend money and they want to play constructed, just play the constructed ladder. Like, that would still be there. There's free-to-play casual rooms, but I don't think he was playing in those. I'll tell you what, we'd play a lot more Immortal on stream here if we could grind value in the queue. Because, like, a lot of times I'm playing Standard and, like, especially late in the season, like, my ranking is very safe. There's no reason for me to play in the queue. I'm not earning anything. I think it would probably help drive some innovation in Immortal, too. Like, if people have, like, on-demand value they can grind, it would be a better reason to tune efficient deck lists and be good with them. Fireman Sam. You love Fireman Sam, huh? It's our favorite. Fireman Sam is currently our favorite cartoon. He's gonna save the day, in case you're wondering. He's the hero next door. Do you want to come sit by Dad? I know I'm not like Fireman Sam, but you could still sit by me. Opponent with the AFKs here. Postman Pat. Fireman Sam's more about like boats and cars and trucks. There's a lot of boats in Fireman Sam, actually. Norman is you're not wrong, Jace. It was funny. We were watching the show the other day. I was like, man, this kid's a jerk. All right, there we got an attack here. No blocks. Still on track to play Rune here next turn. They have a lot of power in play here, though. Alright, hitting a resource is good. Oh, that's great, right? Because, like, now we can play this, and then next turn we can croc them, assuming this Lithe Lyricist lives. Might be a lot to assume. No, not Thomas. Thomas is so good to us. Actually, I think my favorite train show, and Jake actually likes it a lot too, the Chuggington train. It's a British train show. It's actually really good. I like the stories that they tell, and I pay attention to the kids' shows on occasion. Thomas was never truly a useful legend. What a sad day. Poor Thomas. The real question is next turn, do we croc or do we spin the wheel on this Majesty? It's got to be better than that's a low bar. You're not wrong, Draft Punk. Dinosaur Trade's a low bar to step over. No blocks, take 12. Probably want to just croc here, right? What does that do? The starting turn top card your deck of Dinosaur, you may put it into play. That's so rude. Here, let's play this. Get another wild. Yeah, I'm just gonna croc them. And actually, now we can croc and kill these two, right? and the croc doesn't even die. Whenever you croc and kill 2 things and the croc doesn't die, it feels like you're cheating. It's like this should not be a legal card. This should not be something I'm allowed to do. Man, dinosaurs have speed too. Oh no, he's making a resource. Alright, no attacks. That's good for us. Ready to spin the wheel, ladies and gentlemen? What do we got? What do we got? Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. Alright, fine. I'll take a Rune, I guess. Champ power this, make it an 8/8. Does that really do much? Croc standard legal. Doesn't have a white symbol here. It's just not playable in standard right now. Alright, we're just gonna pass the turn here, I think. Next turn we could go like this plus this. And then smash. Alright, well we know they didn't draw a dinosaur, because Savage Lord. Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money, pow! Big money, big money, big money, big money, pow! Big money, big money, big money, pow! Big money, pow! Big money, pow! Alright, Heart of Embers? Surging Wildfire? I take the Surging Wildfire and champ power, right? Come across for a good clean 20 ball here. Spin the wheel! Alright. So, Majesty gives this double damage, and when this attacks, it deals damage equal to its power to my opponent. So, swings, trigger, take 10. Big money, big money, big money, pow! Big money, big money, big money, pow! Titania's Majesty looks at the top 5 cards of our deck and then summons a copy of a revealed troop, and it gains the socketed powers of this. So, you're dead? Alright, got him. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and call it an afternoon, folks.